So I wake up bright and early as I do every morning, and I go about doing my regular morning activities. And then I pull into Tim Hortons to get my cup of coffee. And to ease into my cup of coffee, I, jump on the internet and Google a couple things that, you know, in the back of my mind, I always wonder, why doesn't this shit work? Like, what's the big problem? I mean, it's been a topic of great importance for a lot of years, yet they have found no way to correctly manage the issues associated with identity theft. And so my Google search comes up, I'm like, what the? So they got these New York State Assembly people, okay? Now they are enacting laws that cover the retirement of police officers. And here's my big problem with that. And I'm going to include a link so you know what I'm talking about. So laws are a body of government that covers the people at large, not just a single person. When you apply those laws to particular cases involving people, though, that's when decisions are made that affect those individuals. The blanketing of law is supposed to cover all people, regardless of race, religion, gender, nationality, all that stuff, okay? So, New York, the crux of all cruxes in my life, okay? The state of New York, and the embodiment of just totally dumb, ignorant, idiotic, uneducated, know nothing about world history or how it actually affects the way we move in today's world, okay? These people have no fucking clue, proven to be fact on any given day. And today is one of those days. So this assemblyman, Galvin is his name. I don't know anything about him, but you're an idiot, okay? You are a total, but you're not alone, because I looked at a few other ones out there. You people are total idiots. First, let me say, with the influx of all immigrants, you have to recognize to the fullest extent that this country is not covered by U.S. law, okay? Because you allowed the injection of all these people from all over the world into this country, a lot of them that were never background checked at all to see if they had pending legal cases in another country. A lot of them that have come here to escape prosecution, and you allowed them to come in here regardless of what that prosecution was that they are escaping. You have to realize and recognize that for a long time, the United States, regardless if they want to recognize it for themselves or not, you are held accountable under your own actions under international law. And the consequences for the allowances that you have made, especially on criminal type basis, is rather severe. So this guy has just introduced, this Galvin guy, going back to my original what the fuck. If the law is a blanket that covers all people regardless of who they are, and subset sections of those law help to define the protection of other groups of people as needed by law. For instance, the subset section of military veterans that needed some form of protection to date do not in all history have the right form of protection under state or federal law. There's no laws that fully protect military veterans, regardless of the number of wars that the United States has initiated and carried through. Their military veterans are the least protected people under a job classification. Okay? They're the least protected. Another example would be people with disabilities. There's disabilities because you don't have the same number of fingers that somebody else has, that makes you not of the same cosmetic makeup as someone else. You don't have the same number of arms, the same number of legs, whatever. That in itself is classified as a disability as in comparison to other people that have those things, okay? Those people are protected or supposed to be protected under subsets of the law. Not saying that they all are, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Women were supposed to be protected against domestic violence and abuse, in particular women with children. Those laws were never solidly affixed in the United States, and therefore those laws have been proven over time to be obsolete, null, and void because of the waivers towards the abusers in domestic situations. So, those are things that were once put in place to protect women with children, mothers with children, but because of the number of people out there that were never protected, the laws don't work. Therefore, they're obsolete. They have no bearing whatsoever. So this guy, this Galvin guy, okay, he's enacting all these bills to cover police officers, the retirements of police officers, and changes to the Social Security law. Now, the Social Security law, as I said, is supposed to be governed by the higher authority called the United States. And so New York is meddling in the original architecture and structure of the Social Security law. So this Galvin guy is specifically naming in his enactments under bills that he wants to become law, and there's hundreds of them, individual police officers by name. And I'm going to include a link. And that in itself is forbidden. If you want to make a law that protects that group of people without specifically naming those people, because when you specifically name those people in the creation of a law, you are admitting to your prejudiced handling of that enactment that you want to become a bill that is later signed into law. And that is illegal. And you need to be removed from your position, you and all your little counterparts. New York is like notorious for not having a clue I'll include the link. I'm fucking pissed, man. We can't ever make headway. I need a new country. I really do. I can't stand the United States. It's stupid. It's the whole country is stupid. The philosophy, how they operate, so freaking stupid. It's like there's no smart people here. They're fucking idiots everywhere. I want to go where there's some intelligence. There's none here. I want a new country.